Yeah. We're now live on YouTube. Where's my Rumble thing? There it is. Start streaming. All right. Good afternoon. Hello. Welcome to This Day in History, AKTDH. I am Xander.
Golden Loon.
And you are you. Thank you very much for joining in. It is Sunday, aka Sunday, January 4th, 2026. Wow, I'm just all messed up.
You had to pull all those numbers.
I have had a day today. This show is about interesting and important happenings that occurred to dates throughout the annals of recorded history. Starting with, let's see here. Starting with what? The year 46, or the year 46 BC. Julius Caesar fought and defeated Titus Labienus in the Battle of Ruspina. All right. Moving on up into 1570, Spanish Viceroy Alva banishes Zupton city's only physician, Joseph Sueter, quote, because he is a Jew, end quote. So, you banish the only physician because of their religious belief. How stupid.
Yeah.
How stupid. I mean, it doesn't matter if there's like a billion physicians banning somebody for being a Jew or being a Christian, being an Islamist, being anything. That's so stupid. You know? 1642, King Charles I with 400 soldiers attacked the English Parliament.
Really?
Yeah. And yeah, we have here from the other source, during the English Civil War, King Charles I, accompanied by 400 soldiers, attempted to arrest 5 members of Parliament for treason, only to discover the men had been tipped off and fled.
Ah.
Okay. So I guess that would be considered, because I'm thinking he's storming the Basilica, you know? Like, so... 1656, Spanish galleon Nuestra Senora de las Maravillas, laden with gold and jewelry, bound for Spain, sunk off the coast of the Bahamas. Only 45 of the 650 people survived. Most of the deaths were contributed to being eaten by sharks. Yikes. We were at the Jaws exhibit on Friday. Out in L.A.
Yeah.
1698, most of the Palace of Whitehall in London, the main residence of the English monarchs, was destroyed by a fire. Womp womp.
Where was this again?
London. Yeah, the Palace of Whitehall. Oh. What else do we got here? 1781, which, by the way, if the music is a little loud, please let us know in the comments, and we will adjust accordingly. 1781, Andre Michelin discovered Messier 80, a globular cluster in the constellation Scorpius. All right.
I thought maybe you're going to say he just discovered tires.
Michelin? McCain. Andre McCain. I did say Michelin, though, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a French name. I can't pronounce these French names. So, 1844, the first issue of the Swedish-language Saimaa newspaper, founded by J.V. Snellman, was published in Kuopio, Finland. All right. Pretty cool. 1847, Samuel Colt sold his first revolver pistol to the United States government.
Ooh,
yeah, Colt.
That was big.
Yeah, major. 1853, after having been kidnapped and sold into slavery in the U.S. South, or I guess American South or whatever, Solomon Northrop regained his freedom. His memoir, 12 Years a Slave, later became a national bestseller. And we spoke about that yesterday.
Yeah.
So, what else do we got here? 1863, 4-wheeled roller skates were patented by James Plimpton in New York City. Cool.
Wonder what you had before then. Nothing, I guess.
Well,
funny they say 4-wheeled because that's generally what roller skates are. Much later came the 1900s, late 1900s.
The blades?
Blades.
Yeah. So I guess just ice skates before? You know?
I guess roller skates would be, they're being specific.
Yeah.
When you patent it, you say four wheels. You describe it the whole bit. But yeah.
You would try to do a 1-wheel roller skate, you hot dog. Hey, let's Benny hop on a GoPed on this gasoline-powered motor, like scooter. Let's screw around.
What could possibly happen?
Yeah, eat shit. 1865, New York Stock Exchange opened its first permanent headquarters at 1012 Broad Street, near Wall Street in New York City. All right. 1884, last sighting of an eastern cougar in Ontario.
Whoa.
1884 as well, the Fabian Society was founded in London, England, United Kingdom, to promote equality, citizenship, and human rights. I mean, that sounds good, but that also sounds incredibly liberal. So, 1885, Dr. William Grant of Iowa performed the first appendectomy in the United States on Mary Gartside, age 22. Wow.
Oh, that gets close to the old appendectomy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, you are taking better care of yourself now, though, so that is good.
I'm trying.
This guy, his appendix exploded, and he just walked around like it was nothing for several days in excruciating agony. Like an idiot.
You know, I walked around in absolute stupidity.
Yeah.
No argument there.
None. 1887, Thomas Stevens completed the first bicycle trip around the world, arriving back in San Francisco after 2 years and 9 months.
How does he do that?
Well...
I mean, there's a lot of water between land.
Well, let's see here.
Do they have a map of how he went?
Amphibious bicycle. I'm just being funny right now, but there are, there are amphibious bicycles. I mean, that's clearly very
he had
old.
a route, and obviously he had to swim across or something.
Yeah.
Take a boat, and then start but he did get around the world.
Let me see here. Thomas Stevens. Oops, wrong button. I don't want to go to Reddit. Thomas Stevens map. There we go. Well, he did somehow cross an ocean.
Yeah.
So.
You have to.
Now wait a minute. Hold on a second. Where'd the map go? Oh, he did it on one of the big wheels. Wow. Are you kidding me?
Well, that's all they had in the way of bikes.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, look at the double wheel. That's pretty cool.
Ooh, yeah.
But you don't want to get your arms out there, going down the hill and cut them clean off. So, where's the map? Here's the map. Okay. Okay, I see what he did.
He had to go all across the Atlantic and the Pacific.
So he started in San Francisco.
Right.
Okay, yeah, so he went all the way across the continental U.S.
Yeah. Across the Atlantic.
Well, he looks like he hit up Boston first, then went to New York, crossed the Atlantic, ended up in London, went to Paris, then Vienna, and then went down to, he kept going down through Constantinople, down to Tehran, and then he did a U-turn at some point. Cause his lines don't connect, but I guess they did it in measurements. Because if you look here at the map really close, there's not a connection here.
Yeah.
But
just like he went to London. Well, again, you got to get on a boat and go across to the mainland.
Well, no. Okay, no. Come here and look.
I can't see it from this.
That's why I'm trying to get you closer. You see how it's not connecting? So what he did is he went this way, and then he made a U-turn, went over the water this way, and then landed in Karachi, went up through Delhi to Calcutta, went down through to Hong Kong, Shanghai, Tokyo, and then back to San Fran.
It's an incredible feat.
On
one of those bicycles. Are you kidding me?
Now, I'd assume it has to be because of just like maybe it was impossible physically to connect this line here just because of mountains and everything.
Could be.
No pass or anything. So, did the best you can, and that was 1885. And so cut the guy some slack.
Did they show the bicycle that he actually went on? Was it one of those big one wheel?
That's all I was seeing. Like there's an artist rendition right there.
There you go. Yeah. Okay.
It says here,
does it say how long it took him? I think it did.
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah. Every picture with him or photo or drawing and everything showing the one wheel. So, it said where'd it go? Down here, 1887, 2 years and 9 months. Moving on up to 1893, U.S. President Cleveland grant amnesty to Mormon polygamy. That sounds a little favoritism right there. 1896, following Mormon abandonment of sanctioned polygamy, Utah was admitted as the 45th U.S. state. All right.
So it sounds like he granted them an exemption in order for them to become a state. If I'm connecting the dots.
Well, there's all sorts of stuff, like Mormon religion, is a religion of hate. I mean, they believe they believe that the Native Americans here are their skin was red because God did that to them as punishment for not accepting Jesus. That's what they believe. Okay. That's what they believe. That's hate.
I'm not going to knock their religion.
I'm not knocking their religion. I'm saying it's hateful. Just that's what they believe.
I'm not going to go with that.
Anyway, 1902, the French Panama Canal Company offered to sell its right to build a canal to the U.S. for $40 million, tipping the balance away from those favoring a canal through Nicaragua. All right. 1903. Oh, here we go. I'm going to go off on a rant here. Topsy the elephant was electrocuted at Luna Park on Coney Island by her owners. The event was filmed by the Edison Manufacturing Company. Now, let me read this whole thing, and bear with me, guys, and I know I'm going to get a little hostile here, but this sickens me to my absolute core. Topsy the elephant was murdered via electrocution by the owners of Luna Park, Coney Island. The Edison Film Company recorded the film electrocuting an elephant of Topsy's death in an absolutely disgusting attempt to sway public opinion to Edison's direct current, aka DC, form of power over Tesla's alternating current, aka AC, via telling the public he was using AC on the elephant to trick people into believing it was dangerous, when in reality he used his own DC. Thomas Alva Edison, may you burn in hell even after time ends. Seriously.
DC is the dangerous current.
It is. No, it is. Yes. It absolutely is. And this was all part of Thomas Edison and Westinghouse trying to destroy, which they did, unfortunately, Nikola Tesla's credibility, because he was trying to provide free energy. And God forbid we actually do things to help humanity, you know? So they buried this guy, and they murdered an innocent animal, you know?
Yeah. DC is still needed for something.
Yeah, but I mean, to use
we
DC...
have to have DC in plating.
But this guy is so evil. Not only did he murder an elephant, or an animal, just murder, but he did so with his own power, saying it was Tesla's like, words cannot describe how evil this motherfucker is. You know?
Yeah.
1904, in Gonzalez versus Williams, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that Puerto Ricans are not aliens and may not be refused admission into continental United States. Not until 1917 will citizen rights be granted. At least they got it, though. Go Puerto Rico. I think they should be a state already, you know? Like, what say you? I mean, like, there's a lot of companies that go over there for tax reasons, and, you know, they can still vote to some degree, but, like, you know, there's...
They can still vote over there.
To some degree.
I still have a bit of a problem with it. I don't see much assimilation over there. The poverty is rampant. What would it cost us for them to become a state?
Well, the thing
they get a lot of social services anyways.
Well, let me look this up. Can Puerto Rico vote for president? Because they're not a state.
Yes. No, they're not a state, but they're citizens. Yes, they can vote. And do.
Okay, hold on a second.
They're not represented in the legislature.
Voting rights of U.S. citizens who live in the U.S. territory of Puerto Rico, like the voting rights of residents of other territories, differ from those of the U.S. citizens in each of the 50 states in the District of Columbia. Residents of Puerto Rico and other U.S. territories do not have voting representation in the United States Congress, are not entitled to electoral votes for president. The United States Constitution grants congressional voting representation to U.S. states, which Puerto Rico and other U.S. territories are not, specifying that members of Congress shall be elected by direct popular vote, and that the president and vice president shall be elected by electors chosen by the states. They do not have a say in the president.
No, okay.
That's unfair.
My bad. Well, they're citizens. They should be now. They're not a state.
They're not a state. That's what I was going to say. Like, and that's why I looked it up instead of seeming like I was talking out of my ass. But that's what I was going to say. Because they're not a state, they don't have the right to vote.
Yeah.
And that's why I say
they don't have representation in the legislature.
Whatever happened to getting rid of all the colonies after World War II? What the hell was that? Let them go. Either make them a state or let them become independent. One of the two. Enough of this principality crap. So, anyway, 1906.
Well, they could have voted for their own independence if they wanted.
Could they? Do they have the right?
I believe they do.
I don't know.
That's iffy. I'm not going to swear on a Bible by it, but I believe they have that right if they wanted to vote for their independence. I've heard that somewhere.
You know what? Let's look it up here really quick. Can Puerto Rico vote for independence? A non-binding status referendum was held in Puerto Rico on November 5th, 2024, alongside the 7th referendum held in long-standing political status of the island. Okay, so they have referendums all the time. Right here, 58.61% says statehood. They want to be a state.
I know that. But
so
that
why?
Isn't the question we're asking here? Can they vote for independence?
Well,
and not be citizens, be totally independent.
Well, clearly,
I know they want to be a state.
Well,
I don't blame them. They want representation in the in the and politically, not morally, but politically, I don't want to see him because it's a very left part of the world over there.
Well,
but that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant.
People can learn from their mistakes. Moving on up to 1906, South Africa beat England by 1 wicket, their first Test win. Woo! 1909, explorer Aeneas Bakkenbach of the Imperial Transatlantic Expedition escaped death by fleeing across ice floes. Wow. That's some like legitimate like Subway Surfer type stuff.
Yeah.
You know? 1912, smallest Earth-Moon distance this century, 356,375 kilometers center to center. So
that's
like,
the closest distance
this century.
Yeah.
In the
that's
past, that from the 1900 to 2000.
Yeah.
1912 as well, the Scout Association was incorporated throughout the British Commonwealth by Royal Charter, and this was the inspiration for what later became the Boy Scouts and then the Girl Scouts here. Now, Germany adopted this mentality as well, and they had the Hitler Youth.
Yeah.
It's all the same thing. It's just it's a small militant type of thing for children. It's normalizing military structure to the youth. That's what Scouts are.
Military structure. Okay.
Yes. So if you have a kid in Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, and you're opposed to anything involving armed forces, well, you physically have something involved in it. So
I think that's a stretch.
No,
I'm not going to sit here and argue about it.
I looked this up.
Okay, I haven't.
1918, the Finnish Declaration of Independence was recognized by France, Sweden, Germany, and Russia. All right. Happy Independence, Finland. 25, French physiologist Emile Coué brought his self-esteem therapy to the U.S. Every day in every way, I am getting better and better. It's pretty cool, you know. So,
yeah.
1 century ago, 1926, Theodoros Pangelos resigned as Greek dictator. All right. 1935, Bob Hope was first heard on network radio as part of the Intimate Review.
Bob Hope.
Bob Hope.
Do you ever remember seeing him, any of his stuff?
I
can't remember.
Not particularly, but I know the name.
Of course.
So, and I specifically remember the line from Money Pit. He went bloomin' nuts. My dad, not Bob Hope. So, 1936, Billboard magazine published its first music hit parade. 1939, Frida Wunderlich was elected as the first woman dean of a U.S. graduate school.
Ooh,
That's pretty
her.
cool. Also,
broke the ceiling.
Yeah.
Glass ceiling.
Yeah. While that was going on, Hermann Göring appointed Reinhard Heydrich head of Jewish immigration. Now, emigration is to leave.
Yeah. Oh, so, I know what immigration is supposed to be, but is that what it really meant?
No. Immigration with an I is coming in. Emigration with an E is to go out.
Yeah.
So this is when, as I said, before the Holocaust, Hitler wanted to make essentially what Israel is today by deporting all the Jews out of Germany into Madagascar.
Yeah.
That's why I say things wild like the existence of Israel makes Hitler win, because that's exactly what he wanted. He wanted them out.
What year was this?
1939. So the Holocaust had already been going on by 39, but...
I don't think they were actually immigrating. I think they're going to camps. That's what I'm confused
So
about.
why would they even have an immigration? Unless the camp
they're
thing...
trying to justify where all these Jews are going.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe it's a sleight of hand thing. So... Anyway, 1941, resistance fighters Harley d'Estaing d'Orves and Jan Dornick met for the first time at a cafe on Montparnasse, Paris, to set up a second network of the French resistance. It's pretty cool, you know. 1944, during World War II, Operation Carpetbagger began. It was an aerial dropping of supplies and weapons to resistance fighters in Europe, like the French and everything.
Yeah.
And actually, this is 1944. June 6th is the invasion. So this is when they're, getting them armed and ready, really, 6 months from now, about.
Okay, yeah, June 6th.
Yeah, June is the 6 months. Yeah.
It's exactly 6 months.
Yeah, okay. Actually, 6 months and 2 days.
But the term carpetbagger is an unusual thing to use. That's what they would, down in the South, people down there going down and trying to take advantage of people when the war was over. We called them carpetbaggers.
Well, carpetbagger is actually a term used for, back in the old days, if you were running for office, it's actually, you know what? Let's look this up here really quick. Hello, Ghost. How you doing? What is a carpetbagger? What
Fun.
is a carpetbagger? Just to let you know, we are live on air right now. A carpetbagger is a pejorative term for a northern migrant who came to the South after the Civil War and participated in politics, business, or education. Okay? So, that was way before. But yeah, no, like you're saying the name is weird, but like remember...
Not weird that they used it again, because I know that term well, carpetbagger.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. 1945, U.S. Jeep aircraft carrier Omni Bay sunk after Japanese kamikaze attack. What the heck is a Jeep aircraft carrier?
That's what I thought you were going to tell me, and I didn't.
It says it right here, U.S. Jeep aircraft carrier. What is that?
I don't know.
So I'm going to look this up here really quick.
I think that's a misprint. I've never heard that.
Escort carrier. I'm getting that. It's an escort carrier.
Okay.
So I guess it's just like another slang term. So, yeah, here, 50 Jeep Casablanca class. Okay. The Navy built a big fleet of 50 Jeep Casablanca class aircraft carriers for one reason. And so,
one reason?
During World War II, escort carriers, nicknamed Jeep carriers, were small, slow, lightly armored aircraft carriers built quickly and affordably, often on commercial hulls. They were built to help win the war as fast as possible. So they were slapped together.
Yeah.
So it's a slang term that they use.
Okay, yeah.
Jeep carriers. That's pretty cool. We just learned something new.
Yeah.
1946, the first of a 3-day disastrous tornado outbreak across the south-central U.S. left 41 people dead and at least 412 others injured. Yikes. 47, Emilio G. Segre and Carlo Perrier announced technetium, a previously unknown element and the first artificially synthesized chemical element. Whoa!
Yeah.
That's impressive. 1 year later, Burma declared independence from the United Kingdom. All right. Becoming a self-reliant republic, named the Union of Burma, with Sao Shui Saik as its first president and U Nu as its prime minister. Who knew? Unu. Did you hack my brain and make me do that?
Yes.
Like, that is such a you joke. Terrible.
I was shocked you came up with it because I was sure thinking it.
Yeah. 1951, during the Korean War, Chinese forces recaptured Seoul. And North Korean Chinese forces captured Seoul for the second time.
Yeah.
So, moving on up to 1958, New Zealand team led by Edmund Hillary reached the South Pole, the first to reach the pole overland using motor vehicles, and the first since Amundsen in 1911 and Scott in 1912. Huh. Well, that took a while.
A bit.
Yep, 1958 as well. Sputnik 1 re-entered the atmosphere and burnt up.
Sputnik.
Yep. The first artificial Earth satellite launched by the Soviet Union 1 year prior in 57 fell into Earth orbit.
Yeah, I remember listening to that on the radio.
Yep.
As a kid, going to school on the bus.
The Red Scare. Which, like, speaking of that, like, there's a whole, thing about the space race that, I would strongly advise anybody watching, to look into. We had the money and the means to beat the Soviets to space, but we let them in order to create a scare to sway the public to authorize more funding towards NASA and the military-industrial complex.
Maybe.
We use the entire thing to sway our own people for money. I mean, it's something to look into. So, 1959, USSR's Luna 1, aka Mekta, became the first spacecraft to escape Earth's gravity. Now, it said here it became the first man-made object to reach the vicinity of the moon. So now remember, escaping Earth's gravity and everything, people will think, well, you just talked about Sputnik. Yep. It was in space. Well, orbit is actually falling. True. Because eventually you're going to orbit. Eventually you will enter the atmosphere. You'll like circling a drain. It will get less and less until you break into the atmosphere. Only with thrusters does the ISS and other shuttles and such. They're basically like doing this. They're falling and then psst, they're falling. Psst. So that's what they're doing.
All the satellites are doing that out there?
Yes, they all have thrusters. All of them. Every single one of them.
How about that? This is learning something new again today.
Yep.
I didn't realize that. I thought they would stay in
it's
orbit for years and years and years, eventually come down.
Well, eventually they will come down. So if they're designed to come down, if they're a throwaway satellite, which that boggles my mind, but then you can build it without thrusters, have it serve its purpose for however long, depending on how far out in orbit you set it. It will come down.
Yeah.
So, moving on up to 1960, European Free Trade Association formed in Stockholm. All right. 1 year later, longest recorded strike ended as Danish barbers' assistants ended their 33-year strike.
Jeez.
Who the hell are you? You're a barber's assistant. You're striking for 33 years like you mean something? I mean, that's cool, but...
What brought you to end it? I mean, good grief. It doesn't even exist after 33 years.
Yeah, I guess they couldn't cut it.
Oh.
1962, the first automated, a.k.a. unmanned, subway train in New York City. So no pilot.
Yeah.
But that makes me think, unmanned, does that mean that there's not even passengers? Is there just, like GTA, just, like trains just going? No. What else do we got here? 1967, The Doors released their eponymous debut album.
Ooh.
Yeah, you knew The Doors.
Yeah.
And why don't you look at the camera so people aren't staring at the top of your bald-ass head?
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
1968, duck hunter accidentally shot endangered whooping crane in Texas. Uh-oh. Well, I don't know what's worse, that or when a certain politician accidentally blasted his friend's face with birdshot.
Face,
Whoops!
No, he blasted him in the ass, didn't he?
I thought it was the face.
I think it's the ass.
Whatever the case. 1968, Leo Fender sold Fender guitars for $13 million to CBS.
Now it's worth billions.
Yeah. 1969, France began an arms embargo against Israel. All right. 1970, the Beatles' last recording session at Abbey Road Studios, completing George Harrison's tune, I, Me, Mine. John Lennon was on vacation and did not participate. Aw, that's unfortunate. 1970, as well, more than 15,000 people were killed in Tonghai County, China, after a magnitude 7.7 earthquake. Yikes. 15,000 deaths. 15,000. Living too packed, though, we also have weekly CBS documentary show The 20th Century, hosted by Walter Cronkite, ended.
Oh.
Yeah. 1972, Rose Heilbronn became the first female judge to sit at the Old Bailey in London, also known as the Central Criminal Court. Cool. 1975, New Orleans Jazz set a then NBA record with 24-second shot clock by scoring only 20 points in the first half to a 111 to 89 loss in Seattle. Unwanted record stands for nearly 25 years.
20 points and a half, huh? Yeah, that's pretty low.
Yikes. 1975, NHL Boston Bruins Dave Forbes became the first athlete indicted for criminal assault for excessive violence during play. Stick butt into the face of Minnesota North Star Henry Boca caused permanent vision damage. Court case ended in hung jury, and a civil settlement is eventually reached. Yikes, I cannot imagine taking the back of a hockey stick to the eye, dude.
Oh,
Damn, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah.
1975, U.S. President Gerald Ford signed an executive order on CIA activities within the U.S., number 11,828. What does that entail?
I don't
That's
know.
kind of, CIA activities within the U.S. What are they doing? Who are they wiretapping? Alexa, what are you hiding? 1975,
He's taking notes. Look out.
1975, this date overflowed the 12-bit field that had been used in the DEC system, 10 operating systems. There were numerous problems and crashes related to this bug, while an alternative format was developed.
What is that again?
I have no idea,
Okay.
but somebody out there might know.
Good. I had no idea either.
Yeah,
So.
I just read on things. It sounds interesting, so maybe somebody will leave us a comment in the comments section. 1976, the Ulster Volunteer Force shot dead 6 Catholic civilians in 2 coordinated attacks in County Armagh, Northern Ireland. From the other source, it says here, during the Troubles, the Ulster Volunteer Force shot and killed 6 Irish Catholic civilians in County Armagh, Northern Ireland. The next day, in retaliation, 10 Protestant civilians were murdered in the same way nearby. Just let Ireland be free! 1977, Mary Shane hired by Chicago White Sox as the first woman TV play-by-play announcer. That's cool.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Well, who was it for? What Chicago? Didn't
Chicago
say, did it?
White Sox.
Oh, it did say White
Yeah.
Sox. Okay.
Yeah. I am wearing brown socks. Your old socks. I love these songs.
Good.
Yeah.
Sock it to you.
Yeah. In 1981, British police arrest Peter Sutcliffe, the Yorkshire Ripper. 1983, Eurythmics released their breakthrough second studio album, Sweet Dreams Are Made of These.
Oh, yeah.
Who am I to
What is it? You
disagree?
didn't pronounce it right. Yeah.
Eurythmics?
Rhythmics or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce that. 1983, U.S. Football League held its first player draft. All right.
Oh, yeah, it didn't last.
U.S. 1984, Adrian Dentley tied Wilt Chamberlain's NBA record for most free throws made in a game by converting 28 of 29 free throws in Utah's 116 to 111 win over the Houston at Las Vegas.
Adrian Dentley, yeah.
Yeah. 84, Edmonton beat Minnesota 12-8, highest scoring modern NHL game. 1986, LA Rams running back Eric Dickerson scored twice as he rushed for an NFL postseason record 248 yards in a 28-0 victory over the Dallas Cowboys in NFC divisional playoff in Anaheim, California.
Oh, he is a great running back.
Yeah. And out there, Ramisur, if you so happen to be watching this, the star on the Cowboys is not their emblem, that's their rating. Okay?
What do you mean their rating?
They're 1 star. They're crap. Out of 30.
They're known as the Lone Star State.
Yeah, I'm trying to shit on this team
I know
here.
you are. People are going to believe you. The guy's from Germany, so, he's going to believe you.
Oh, well. 1989, Comet Temple 1 at perihelion. The perihelion, I don't know the other word for it, but this is its closest approach to the sun. It's a comet.
Oh, okay.
So this is when this comet was the closest to the sun. I just thought that was cool. I wanted to throw that in there. 1990, 307 dead and 700 injured after an overloaded passenger train collided with an empty freight train in Pakistan.
Wow.
Well, because they have no, I'm not someone for rules and regulations, but I mean, like, stop piling on top of a train like it's King of the Castle, like it's a train. 1991, a 12-year-old Chinese driver Fu Mingxia won a 10-meter platform gold medal at World Swimming. Diver.
Diver, okay.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Well, like when I first posted, like copy pasted it over, I was like a driver. Okay, a diver.
Yeah.
Championships in Perth, Australia. Youngest world champion in the history of any aquatic event.
Oh,
awesome.
Man. Yeah, good for him.
Awesome. Well. Is it a guy or a girl? Youngest world champion, Chinese diver, won. It's not saying him or her.
Yeah,
you know what?
Just whatever he's in, he won.
Yeah. Well, like you said, good on him, and I'm just like, was it a him or was it a her?
No, true.
So I'm just like,
I'm just assuming it's a him.
Retired Chinese diver, yada yada yada. Give me. It's a her. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Just double checking. That looks like a her. Ponytail,
Yeah.
Like, the face, the bone structure.
If I were to guess, I'd call
Yeah, that's definitely a her.
Yeah.
So, all right. What else do we got?
Bad.
1991, AT&T workers in Newark accidentally snapped a cable. Oh. Moving on up into...
That's all it says? They just accidentally...
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Like,
whoops. My bad.
Yeah, what year was that? 1991? Like, right here. Yeah, right there. That's it. Like, no more. No. 1999, former professional wrestler Jesse Ventura was sworn in as governor of Minnesota, U.S.
Jesse Ventura.
Yeah.
From wrestling to a governor.
Maybe he should put the current one in the
Minnesotans
chokehold.
are still nuts.
No, maybe you should put a current one in the chokehold and not let go. Elmer Fudd. In the year 2000, a day after accepting the head coaching position at the New York Jets, Bill Belichick resigned and moved to the New England Patriots. Make up your mind!
And then he won all those championships.
I bet that pissed
with the Patriots.
Oh, that pissed off the Jets, I bet. Just something fierce. That should have been us, man. In the year 2000, after 2 months, Catherine Hartley and Fiona Thornwell reached the South Pole the same day as Edmund Hillary 48 years before. Yeah, we spoke about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's the same day, so it's today.
Yeah. 2001, Washington Wizards forward Michael Jordan. I'm sorry. I'm obligated by the law of God to say his name that way. You have to. Became the 4th player in NBA history to score 30,000 career points when he hit his free throw, or when he hit a free throw in the second quarter of an 89-83 win against his old team, the Chicago Bulls. Oh, good talk about getting all mad. I bet the Bulls are pissed. Like, we're getting our own ass handed to us by our former head star. 2005, Adam Gilchrist of Australia became the most prolific century-scoring wicketkeeper in cricket history when he smashes 113 from just 120 balls in the 3rd Test against Pakistan in Sydney. Trying to keep you in your chair. I can sense your discomfort. 2007, the 110th U.S. Congress convened and elected Nancy Pelosi as the first female Speaker of the House in U.S. history. And what a great legacy she left behind for women, didn't she, folks? What
She's walking out with a lot of cash.
She should be walking into a prison cell.
What year was that again?
2007.
Yeah.
Dumb. 2010, the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building at 829.8 meters, or 2,722 feet tall, officially opened in Dubai. Not to be confused with the world's tallest structure. It's some radio antenna. So, like let's say, because some of these radio antennas are just tall. I mean, we know how tall the Burj Khalifa is. Let's imagine my hand is the Burj Khalifa. Some of these antennas are up here. Okay? So, but that's just because it's literally just a pillar of a scaffold goes up,
Doesn't have to worry about resistance.
Yeah. 2010, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention removed HIV infection from their list of communicable diseases of public health significance. That's a little weird. It's still dangerous.
Removed it? Huh.
Yeah. Well, probably because, the majority of people who have it are now a protected class, and we can't have anything that make them look bad. So, anyway, 2016, Colombo's Gemology Institute certified world's largest ever blue star sapphire at 1,404.49 carats, found in a Sri Lankan mine in August of 2015.
But what's Colombo's?
Colombo's?
It's an institute.
I guess. Colombo's.
I never heard of that before.
Gemology.
Yeah, I understand, but that's weird. Colombo's.
I mean, maybe like,
Columbus, Columbia,
well, maybe it's something like as a Smithsonian, Yeah.
Maybe
it's named after someone named Colombo. So, moving on to 2019, a fire in an escape room in Koszalin, Poland, killed 5 teenagers through carbon monoxide poisoning. That's awful. What's really even worse is they probably thought it was part of the Escape Room Act.
Part of the what?
The escape room. Do you know what an escape room is? Basically, it's this thing where you're locked in a room and you have to look for clues and solve this puzzle, and then you move to the next room and then you escape. It's a puzzle thing. We think there's one down over by my old hookah lounge, over by the In-N-Out where I got our burgers from earlier today.
Oh, okay.
So as I said, they probably thought it was some extreme escape room experience, and they thought the smoke was part of the escape room, not knowing that it was actually real fire, and then they ended up dying because they didn't leave. Then again, why would the staff not get them the hell out of there?
I don't know. You reread that article again.
A fire in an escape room in Koszalin, Poland, killed 5 teenagers through carbon monoxide poisoning. I mean, they didn't burn.
Yeah.
They breathed to death or lack thereof. So
I don't know why they didn't get them out.
Stupid.
Something went wrong.
Somebody didn't do their job. 2020, Australian bushfires death toll reached 23 as Prime Minister Scott Morrison announced National Defence Force will be employed to help fight the more than 200 fires amid criticism of his leadership. That was the year a bunch of Californians, firefighters volunteered and went down there, showed them how real firefighters got the job done. Because if anybody knows about fire, it's us. We're always on fire. So, 2021, South Korea, already the country with world's lowest birth rate, recorded more deaths than births for the first time. Dangerous.
What country again?
South Korea.
Yeah.
More deaths than births. That is not good.
No. That's a dying country. Right?
Yeah. Just like Japan. 2021, Canadian government announced a $31.5 billion settlement to fix and compensate for Indigenous child welfare system, largest in its history. Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Well, because the Canadians, back in the old days, they did things to their natives like how we did to ours with the Trail of Tears and all that crap. So this was a whole program to make things right, so to speak. So, 2022, Toyota became the first foreign automaker to top U.S. sales, beating GM in 2021, partially due to supply issues. So just because of supply issues, they outsold them. So, at least Government Motors got put in their place.
They only held it for 1 year then.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't care. And that shall be it for the show today. Once again, please check the underbar description for any links that you may be interested in, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. For your dose of past events daily, we stream every day, or at least try to. We will have a video out every day at the very least, but the stream is at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Whatever that is for your time zone, Google exists. You can look that up. For all of you and all of us, I am Xander.
Golden Loon.
And you viewer, thank you very much again for watching. And until you catch us next time, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Turn